Hey. Let me turn this music off. Well, it's another week. Closing. It's Friday, the 27th of March. How's everybody holding up? Interesting times. The news, I do listen to the news and I do watch the news, and it's interesting every day, the developments. This ain't no bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever anyone wants to say about it, whatever you have to say about it, doesn't change what we're dealing with. Okay, so we're dealing with it. I'm up. I just came from the post office. I received a record, and yesterday I missed the postman. My old postman. I get used to postmen and then they change. I have a new one. The one that I was liking is gone, and this person didn't knock hard enough, and I had to sign for something that was sent to me from England. So I went and picked it up and observed again the world. Traffic is very light here in Omaha. When I got to the post office, there was no one there except for the staff. One woman wiping everything down with Clorox, and we spoke for a while. I thanked her. I saw where they have 6 foot yellow tape on the floor to demark how far people should stand away from each other inside the post office. So we're dealing with this, We're dealing with this, and I'll be glad when the virus is through messing with us. Whatever it is, I'll be glad when it's over. I will. But James, I forget James's last name. It's funny. James is someone who I connected with through the internet here, but it turns out he was already a fan of my music. He was someone in England who found out about my band Digital Sex and bought our record years ago. And then when he made the connection that was who I was, then we started to interact, having several things in common, actually. And we've stayed in touch, and he just sent me something. And yes, I went through a whole rigorous thing about the package and, barely bringing it in the house. I'll be so glad when this is over. But he said that he upgraded his copy. This is the Bevis Frond's first album. And he sent me his original copy. He said he upgraded. Through the Looking Glass, The Great Magnet Disaster. And this is a limited edition of 500 albums. This one is number 195. There are no labels. Bevis Frond is a modern psychedelic rock guitar band where it's just really very much based around the guitar freakouts of, I forget his name. I've got some more Bevis Frond. I forget the guy's name. Nick Solomon or something like that. So it's wild and it's a throwback. It's purposely trying to sound like it's not from this time period. I like it. I like it. Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much. Last night I got into a jag of listening to Sensations Fix from Italy. I had recently added this on vinyl to my collection. It's been reissued, issued for the first time, actually on vinyl. And Italian-based psychedelic band that has a lot of sound similar to Pink Floyd. Really like this spacey music. Very much. I have all these on vinyl too. I was playing the CDs for convenience. Another song I really like. It's their best song. I have 2 records by them, but this is the only song I really like. A band called CC Rider. And the song is called She Sings Alone, right? She Sings Alone, yeah. Really good song. On the Lazy label, this comes from that time period in the 90s that was being dominated by a shoegazy English Britpop sound. But this was a sound that I thought was cool, besides shoegaze, not Blur so much or Oasis. Never been an Oasis fan. But this sound, kind of raw, Real simple, but you can just feel the music. Pull this and play just a little bit because it's not much to listen to, but I keep it because of what it is. The Radha Krsna Temple on Apple Records, produced by George Harrison. This is devotees singing their songs, and so it is nothing to listen to unless you're using it for that purpose. But I love the cover. I love the Apple label. I love George Harrison's involvement, so I keep it. Pluramon, Render Bandits. Jackie Liebezeit from Cannes played drums in this project. I think some people related to the band Mouse on Mars are on here. This is very, very good, but very subtle, like a slow cooking stew. It never shoots sparks, but it just gets very interesting and just slowly gets better as it plays. And Jackie's drumming is very important to what's going on here. I'm going to just give you a quick hello, shout outs, much love. Much love, people. I'm so happy that most of the people I know, through what I'm seeing online, mainly because I'm at home, is people are being kinder to one another. I do see some people that I know and don't know who are showing their ass even more than they usually do. It's kind of perplexing to me how, in a situation like this, how a person can still be so unaware of their own bullshit. I actually had to threaten to block a young man yesterday that I know because of his right-wing bullshit, and I told him, just knock it off. I don't care about your stupid fucking ideas. I love you, but you are an asshole. Shut the fuck up with your bullshit. He's really right-wing. He's a right-wing idiot. I love him, though. Go back to when he was almost a kid. But I'm not suffering bullshit. I had another friend who she wrote, didn't name me, but I know it's directed to me as well as others. She was all mad, saying, I'm not a Trump supporter, but calling people imbeciles because you don't like what they say has got to stop. And I didn't say anything to her. I just thought to myself, I'll call you an imbecile if what you're saying is stupid shit to me. And defense of this president right now is imbecilic. This man is lost. He's a danger. And what's happening over there in Britain now? What, Boris has the virus? Bless him, he'll probably survive. But this shit is real, so I am going to speak my mind. And I have no respect for politicians. None. Don't have to. And the base of Trump, do I think that there's something wrong with those people? I sure do. Do I think something's real wrong? Real wrong. Real wrong. Shit, I ain't gonna shut up. Okay. There's the smile. Be safe and be well.